Goggles, you better cut it out. Don't bother me. Trying different settings. 3.3. 3.3. 3.7. Full moon. I want to see if I can get the whole moon in this 3.7 or not. Probably not. .4. Goggles, leave me alone. Listen, you. Oh, he snuck out? Oh, shit. It's not gonna get the whole thing. So I gotta be way over here. Alright, let's just go a little smaller. Yeah, I'll have to stay somewhere around there. 2.5. There we go. Alright, let's stay somewhere around there. Doing 360s on the telescope. Probably not going to go light to light. I don't have time. It's fucking nice, man. He said it's a full moon, but it doesn't look like a full moon to me. Looks like there's still one more night to it. I know it's a little boring to look at the light, but once you see how the lights and shadows are working, when it comes into the light comes into its shadows, and you can see the imagery separately, where everything's not collaged. That's why I do this. Like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. And I'm letting the I'm letting the camera lens and the telescope lens do the cropping. That also helps. You can see things more clearly. I like this girl that I'm listening to in the background here. I'm just feeling her out a little more. It might make a series to her. She's really good. She does a lot of work, a lot of hard work. I don't know what she makes for money, but it's probably not enough. She's doing a lot of good work too, trying to help people. Probably not smart. Probably not smart work to do. It's wasting your fucking time, but it's nice of her. What she's talking about in Idaho, it's all so Freemasony, Illuminati-ish. It's so bad Freemasony from the start to the finish. It always has been. It's why from the first day that I heard that story, and it sucks because they got us in this catch 22 where if there were really people who died, then you feel shitty, so they're pulling on our heartstrings. That's number one. Not being able to talk about the fact that it could possibly be a hoax and that it's possible that nobody died and the whole thing was a setup and a hoax. That's a possibility, but we're not allowed to talk about that possibility. And then and it could be a little bit of both. It could be taking advantage of something real that happened and then turning it into a hoax. I was just saying that the story in Maine pulls on your heartstrings for a little bit, right? The thing that just happened in Maine. And you think about it and stuff for a couple seconds until then you got to double check yourself and say, well, wait a minute. What if it was a hoax, So it was either a total hoax where nobody really died. I haven't looked into it enough yet, but I know that on day 2, it was becoming apparent that they were not really, they were talking about it's going to be days. We're going to do reports every morning. In other words, what happened to finding the fucking guy? No, we don't want to find the guy. We want to shut the whole entire city down in lockdown. And we want to go home to home doing home to home searches. That's what we want to do. Well, that doesn't make any sense. What were we talking about? If this would have been 150 years ago, 200 years ago, we would have got together what would be called a posse. We'd start from where the person last was that we want to get, and we follow his tracks the best we can with dogs and horses and footprints and whatever, blood spatter, whatever we're following. So in this case, a white SUV is the last place he was seen. And then we look out from there. Today's day and age, you got cameras and everything. For him to be missing a whole 24 to 48 hours and all that shit, and it was rolling into day, they were going to keep rolling it out. And then when you see where the guy was, you have to question that. You have to say he was right on a fucking trail. Supposedly he was on a trail where he could have been seen by anybody walking, but no one was allowed to walk. No one was allowed to leave their house. If you're not allowed to leave your house, they would have found him in an hour or two. If anybody would have just went out to their own house, take your gun with you, of course, take your weaponry with you, and as soon as somebody hears a bunch of shooting, then go find the shooting and shoot the fucker down. If he was even a real person, because we don't know. We don't know because we're lied to so much about everything. We don't know. They showed us some pictures of a guy standing there with a rifle, but they didn't show him doing anything. Then there's no video of him taking any shots or anything like that. So we're taking, we don't know, there's cameras all over the place, but yet there's no pictures of this guy leaving the car and walking away so they know what direction to follow in to see where he might be. No, they're going to shut the whole fucking city down. They're going to shut the whole state down and go house by house searches, taking away more of our rights. And then they make the war on the firearms. Oh, it's because Maine doesn't have strict enough, gun laws. They don't have strict enough gun laws. We need to make them more strict. That doesn't make any sense. It should be the opposite of that. You should be thinking, why is there 200 people in a fucking bowling alley and none of them have a gun? Why is there 75 people in a bar but none of them have a gun on them? They should all have guns. And then they would have turned around and blew the fucking guy away if it was even real, because we don't even know. The day after, the next day, put yourself back to when you were 10, 11, 12 years old. Would your parents allow you to go on the news and tell your story? And when you did tell your story, are you going to be like holding back smirks and smiles? And, we know what it looks like when you look into the eyes of someone who's seen something like that. And that's not what we see. It's not what we see. The last couple of young kids that I've seen come out during these mass shootings, they don't have that Vietnam just got back from a fucking war look in their eyes, which anybody would have when you see something like what they're describing. Yeah, they killed all 25 of my classmates. my friend was trying to call the 911, and when you hear these stories, and you're like, how the hell is she so nonchalant about it? You don't see nothing in her eyes, not even tears. Definitely no fear. That's bad acting. So we don't know which ones are real, which ones are fake anymore. It kind of sucks. The girl here is doing the Idaho Ford thing, and you see all the people that are in the mainstream media that are convicting this guy. What's his name? Brian, I think. What's her face? The blonde girl. I can never remember her name. Something. Macy Gray? No, I don't remember. Well, she's a real asshole. She's helped put other innocent people into jail, and she never apologizes for it. She never comes out and says she was wrong, because she's really not wrong. It was all purposeful. Most of the ones she's beefing up, it's all entertainment for the zombie slaves. They love it. Whenever they do one of these things too, the perpetrator a lot of time ends up what we call um, deaded away. Never have to look for him again. Never have to put him up in the character into a jail cell or anything like that, because he's gone. It's fucky. The whole thing's fucky. And then anybody that investigates it is going to be called a conspiracy theorist. Let's see what that does. Conspiracy theorists are worse. They'll label you with some other unlawful title, and then it'll be even worse than that. But when I hear the girls like this girl, Truth and Transparency is the name of her channel, and I hear people like this, I really, they sound so good, but then I wonder, is Brian part of it, of his act? Is he just playing his role? And maybe I should not feel bad. Maybe this whole thing about going to jail and getting convicted, I mean, there's less than evidence against him. There's evidence against it not being, there's evidence proving that it's not him. So that's what they kind of got, and that's what they're going to court with. So any of the other people that it was more likely to be that did that crime, right, in this, I don't know. I mean, are those four sets of parents and families? They seem like real people, But as far as putting out dropping Freemasonry signals throughout all of that, throughout the Idaho Ford thing, it's definitely all there. I don't know how or why, and I don't even know if it's real, because the videos are from all these back channels. And then there's another one too that I heard, that some from the grub truck, the voices. You can't fucking hear them voices to hear what they're saying. You know? You can't hear those voices. It's going rah, 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 and then there's letters down below telling you what the what the sentences are. You're like, no fucking way! Not even a computer's gonna figure out those, what the hell's saying. Rah, 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 rah. So I've got some weird trails going on all around the moon that are coming in, but they're coming in on waves. They look like just like waves on an ocean. There's hundreds of them. They don't seem to be thick enough, uh, that too thick to mess me up too bad. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't have to waste my time like I did the other nights. If they're just gonna block me in, you know. They're not running trails right now. The trails are coming in from somewhere else, but they're just they're. You can see the electromagnetic pulse, the current. I can. I can. I see it all. So it's going. So I want to be up top a little more with it. I'm gonna do a big turns because last night I didn't even make it all the way around, and I had to go do something, so I wasn't able to do this right. So let's see which way she's going. Yeah, they're starting to come in heavier too. I'm gonna have to hurry up. Shit. I'm getting really lucky right now because they're all around the moon right now. And the only place that's missing is right. There's a little mist in front of it, but I can see the telescope's cutting through it. So how are you?
How were they?
Well, they're fine. They're always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably be their last year. They're aged out on it all.
Yeah. I know. It's kind of a sad time, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only way that they can get candy now is if they babysit and bring it.
Yeah, Eddie was the only one that had, I'd say, a cute costume. All his friends and stuff, they're all tough, just like tough guys. Girls all got big shirts. They're all, for their age, not about the cute stuff. So I could tell he was, I could tell it was hitting him tonight too.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think I trick or treated after 12 maybe.
Yeah. They
I think it was. I think when we were in high school, I remember taking little kids trick or treating.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, 12, 13, I probably topped out about the same time.
yeah.
On it all. And I'd say then that's what we started doing was whoever was in the Halloween, some parents got really big into it, so they'll have like a Halloween party and they would just hand out candy at the Halloween party type thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
next year they'll probably try to do something like that.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Did they just go around here, or did they go
No, they just
around?
did Eagle Street, but it actually was pretty damn good. Really good. Eagle Street, I gotta say,
Down to Berkshire Circle and around?
yeah, because it's so big, it's just once you're on Eagle Street, you got a good feeling that you're never gonna leave it. And anyway, because it's everyone.
Yeah.
Because you go up Eagle, you do the first loop, or you could go keep going up Eagle and then do Spring Hill and come around. They're all into it. So it's like every other house has lights on, so it's a really good area. It's good.
Yeah.
It's like everyone in town seems to know that.
Yeah, that's where one of my friends that I worked labor and delivery with,
Yeah.
she lived on Berkshire Circle, and she said it was incredible for Halloween.
Yeah.
So, and the kids were all kind of all the same age, and
Yeah, I
some
wonder
of the
how that
parents,
happened. I wonder how. What's the all the neighbors who just
yeah,
big trick or treat?
the parents would even have like hot dogs for kids to snack on
Yeah.
as they were coming by, and alcohol shots for some of the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still do that. They're still going at it. Whoever lives,
Yeah.
whoever lives in that area. There was people doing that with the hot dogs, and
Yep.
you could tell some of the parents are a little pissy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you just get out of work, or you keep
I
going?
just got out of work. Yeah.
I gotta move my telescope. The moon's going through it. I got my telescope going.
it Olivia?
That was Evelyn actually.
Oh, I thought it was Olivia yelling in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And then he just went down to, he did a, homecoming? Homecoming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's been really big into photography stuff now and stuff, but
Awesome. So he's doing it for your book then? That's wonderful.
yeah,
Good.
it's like being involved.
I'm surprised that Liv didn't want to do the whole homecoming thing.
Yeah, she did it a couple of years, but she's so busy with the art stuff now, and then she's got that after school thing she does a couple times a week. So
Yeah.
that's, with art class, she really likes doing that stuff, I guess.
Good.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So yeah, I can't take too much more time away from her because she's always doing the art. Every time you knock on the door, she's always doing the art. Usually 5 of them at a time.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's good. That's great.
Yeah. Evelyn went to first date today to see how she likes it.
Yeah, she kept telling us it's good.
Yeah. We'll see.
She'll be far away from the sister. Alright, see ya. Bye.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Alright, I'll see you guys.
Night, Mike.
Bye, Jen. See you guys.
Bye. Hey guys, please don't work or not.
She's all fucked up backing out. Clouds are going away. I'm sorry, condensation trails. They're going away now. Pushing off. At least that batch is. Yeah, I guess it is a full moon. They got me on that one tonight. That's a little too low. I got a rhythm going with it now. Going light to light with it like this. Takes a few minutes because you're doing 360s on it. You keep losing your angle that the moon is going into the telescope. Especially when you're not paying attention and doing other shit. See, I love this girl. She's talking about now the Boston. She's talking about Boston now. I was just talking about that too yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was talking about it to my wife earlier today too. Because I was fucking pissed off that I bought into the other shit that just happened in Maine. For at least a day or so, I was believing it. Or I should say, believing the mainstream narrative. Because I don't know what the real story is. That's why I'm not saying too much about it, but can't anyway. On no platform. There's no platform safe to talk anymore. Without getting shut down. Someone's burning rubber down there. It's weird that it's not pulsating right there. It should be pulsating and then coming into view. I don't know what the hell's going on. There it is. Starting down too low. It's too much time waiting for the fucking light. Pissing me off. Bitch. Just be patient. I just want to see something. There it goes again. It's got stuck again. Let's see if it fixes itself. It's not. There it goes. Fucking weird. There's no clouds. I mean, there's few, but nothing too thick to see through. I don't know. What's going on with that angle? Pulling in too much light. Yeah, no, and then it gets stuck right there. That's fucking weird. No way I can move the fucking thing today. I guess I did. I knocked it. I knocked it out of focus. At some point. There it is. Back on now. Maybe it is clouding. Maybe that's why it got blurry before too. And it didn't come back. That's a good one. That's good. That's really nice. That's nice too. There we go. Damn it. Hmm. Hmm. It might have been doing that before and I just didn't notice because usually I'm not staying with the camera. Probably because I'm zoomed in so far, I guess. Try something here. Oh, that's that light thing. Hmm. Alright, let's try this. 3.5. Blurry thing going on. Try this. All right, I'll be back.